What's going on, boys? What's going on, my ibmor brothers? My ibmor brothers. Shout out to them SYSBM boys, EBM, them EBM boys. Yeah, man, I'm just chilling in the house today. I'm just chilling, man. Ain't doing too much, man. Ain't doing too much. Shout out to my ibmor brothers. My ibmor brothers. Yeah, I'm chilling in the house burning some wood, man. I'm burning some wood. I got my boy Scooby over here. Come on, Scooby. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, boy. You know. Yeah. Facts. Come on. Yeah, Scooby look white, but he black, though. You know, underneath all that fur, he black, man. Facts. But, yeah, man. I don't even know what I want to talk about, I really don't know what I want to talk about, man. I don't know. I don't know. Let me choose something, man. I'm going to see what I want to talk about tonight. It's been a long time, though. I'm not going to even front, man. It's been a long time. You know, I haven't been doing too much, though. Just been trying to keep my head above water. Hey, what can you do? At the end of the day, what can you do? What can you do? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to chop it up about some sex robots. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm going to talk about sex robots, man. Yeah, I'm going to just throw that up in there. I mean, at the end of the day, I would say, I mean, that's not the best idea, but for American men, I would say in a sense it's sort of logical. Yeah, I mean, of course, as a man, you wouldn't want to do that in America. No, you wouldn't want to do that. I mean, hey, it's sad that guys like us, it's sad that we would have to resort to something like that. But looking at American women, they're just unbearable feminists. This is what they are. We ibmors over here. Yeah, we ibmors over here. I was checking out the boy Truth Quad the other day. Get back, Shuby. Get back, man. Come on, what are you doing? Get back. Yeah, I was checking out the boy. Come on, man. Get back. Checking out one of True Quad's videos. And he's standing firm when it comes down to sex robots. And I'm pretty sure this thing is going to come into fruition sooner or later. Like, you see women, like you watch porn, you see women, they prostituting themselves out using dildos, whatever. It's almost like a form of legalized prostitution. I've been watching porn nowadays. By the way, porn is heaven sent. Yes, it is. Porn is heaven sent. Facts. Like I seen some nowadays, it's like a lot of the porn videos that they dropping nowadays are women on there using webcams. Women, yeah. They're using webcams nowadays. And they're extracting money from simps online. These guys are paying just to watch these women strip. Like, these guys not even having sex with these women. They're not having sex. They're not even fooling around with these women. None of that. They're just paying to watch them. It's a sad deal. But, hey, that's how it is. I mean, it's like, even when you get in a relationship with a woman, at the end of the day, to a certain extent, you gonna simp, you still gonna pay. Like, you gonna pay. Eventually, you gonna pay. I mean, for the most part, in some type of way, a guy is gonna simp to a certain extent. But just don't simp in the major way. That's the bro code. Just don't simp in the major way. You get a burger from McDonald's for $2. Yeah, you gonna simp here now. But just don't go to Red Lobster and spend $300. No, please don't do that, man. Please don't do that. This is what we don't do. But yeah, I was checking out some sex dolls online. A lot of these sex dolls, man, they look realistic. They look real. And I say within the next 20, 30, maybe 50 years, guys, like when they decrease the prices, guys will start to invest in these dolls. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know this sounds crazy, guys. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, hey, if I had enough money, if I had some money, I would possibly invest in me one. I possibly would. I don't know. Not saying that not saying that I don't talk, that I don't get women and this and that. Yeah, because I mean, sex is still out there. You can still get sex from women, but it's like, you know, dealing with a woman, dealing with a woman in a long term relationship. It just, oh man, it just could, it just could become unbearable. And this is why some guys date out. They uh, date other races, especially black men. Is I say the black man has the worst dating choices in America because as black now you have some top tier black men out there who get their pick of the litter, who get women that are nines and tens and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, you got some of those guys out there. Yeah, yeah, you get them. But just for the average buck, for the average man like me, or just an average black brother who working at McDonald's or Subway or Taco Bell, you're not 6 feet tall, you're not making 50,000. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, it's being in a relationship. Is I mean, hey, it could be. That could be, especially in America. I say that's a situation for any man, for any man. Being in a relationship with an American female, it could be detrimental to your health, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because you know as well as I do, you guys know as well as I do how American women operate. Just crazy, cantankerous, very argumentative, contentious. Uh, yeah, to a certain extent, I don't even like smart women. I think women just should have education, high school. That's it. Because it's like when you give a woman a lot of money and you let them go to school, give them all these degrees and this and that, and you give them a lot of freedom. That's why I say women. That's why I think women should be subjugated and they have to be submissive. But when you do stuff like that, when you put a woman on a pedestal, it's like it goes to her head, and that's for any woman. Black, like it goes for any woman. But we all know black women are American black women are the worst of the worst. They're the worst of the worst, and it's sad to say that's why some guys, like, we get on a plane, some of us black guys, and we'll go over to different countries, and I mean, like, you even see some white men. They go in military, they traverse overseas, come back with a foreign wife. That's a situation with white men as well. You know? You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, man, it's crazy, but and I say to myself, like, I'm pretty sure that I was checking out some statistics, and now I was reading, they were saying that sex dolls are like a multi-million-dollar industry nowadays, especially guys overseas. They buying them up. And for a lot of guys over here in America who can't get women or just have hard times in relationships, when it comes down to these sex robots and when they start to be reasonably priced and they make better models of these sex robots, it's almost like my boy Truth Quad said, the gender war will be over. Yeah, yeah, it will be over. It's almost like real women, they're gonna be obsolete, And listen, brother, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't want to invest in a sex doll either. But it's like, for some men, it's like this is what we're gonna have to resort to. It's sad, but it's true. And hey, that's how it has got to go. Cause it's like, not trying to brag, but it's like I get up with a lot of women. Like I live in a diverse city here near St. Louis, some small town on the outskirts of St. Louis. I'm traverse from here in Missouri to Kentucky, to Louisville, Kentucky. That's where most of my family is. But yeah, like I get white and black women, and just trying to be in a relationship with a woman is starting to become a conundrum nowadays. It's really, really hard nowadays. It's hard. It's hard because it's like most women, they want a man to be passive and weak. And a real man is going to challenge a woman. A real man is going to have demands. A real man is going to be controlling. I hear a lot of women say they don't like controlling men, but they want top tier guys. They want top tier man. But at the end of the day, being controlling, being demanding, requesting that your woman be submissive to you, like those are attributes of a man, of a good man. But most American women, they don't want that. In a sense, they want to emasculate men, or they want, men to just be just soft, weak. Valentine's Day, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 marriage ring, like just going downtown to get married before the white man. No, we're not bringing the government in our relationship. Well, not black men. We're not doing that. I mean, if a white man wants to do that, let him go ahead and do what he wants to do. Let him do that. But it's like, as black men, we didn't create this. We didn't. But unfortunately, we have to live in this climate. Sad that it's like that, but hey, that's how it is. All you can do as a man is adjust. And I'd say when sex dolls start to permeate the land, a lot of women, yeah, they will be obsolete. In the sense, they're going to get in line, they're going to get themselves together, or they're just going to be obsolete. But yeah, I mean, as I think deeply about it, I guess I'd say, like, it's a lot of dudes out there who probably wouldn't fool around with sex dolls. And yeah, I totally understand. I understand, guys. Some guys out there will say, hey, like, that's an area of the playing field that I just won't touch. I just won't go over there, And I understand, but some guys will turn that way. And there are guys out there who are not going to criticize these guys. There are guys out there who are going to be understanding. Okay, well, I know why this brother did this. I know why this brother did that. I understand why. Especially living in America for a black man, I understand why. Simps will criticize a man that will make a decision like that. Women will criticize a man that will make a decision like that. You see? But, hey, it's that man's business. And that man is going to do what he can do to be happy. And yeah, I mean, like, hey, I wouldn't, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't want to turn to no sex doll. No, I wouldn't. But when it comes down to my happiness, and when it comes down to dating most American women, because let's be honest, guys, you know as well as I do, getting with a submissive woman nowadays, that is really hard. Oh man, that is so, I mean, and I checked out your boy Black Ram's videos, plural, the game, and he went hard. You guys go and check him out. I checked out one of Adigon Forrest's videos when it talked about expect a woman to be submissive first. Go for a woman that's going to be submissive first. Of course, you're going to have to mold your woman. So when you step into a relationship, or you try to get with a woman, she's not gonna know nothing about submission, and so you're gonna have to teach her, and that's part of the game, yeah. But you get with a woman and you slowly but surely try to ingratiate this these submissive tactics on her, and you talk to her about being a virtuous woman, and she's just totally rebellious, and she's just not trying to get with your program. It's like you could just render this woman hopeless. Like, what can you do for a woman like that? You see, I've got with some women, and after like a couple weeks, I'll talk to them about just the man being the leader of the relationship, and the man leading, and the woman should be submissive. And I say, like, like 15% of these women, they are okay with it. Like, they're understanding and they okay with it. Yeah, like I ran into like 3 or 4 black women that that would talk about being submissive. Now, you guys know as well as I do, actions speak louder than words. You see, I mean, for this or that reason, we just couldn't make the relationship work. But because these women, they were long distance, or they would just go ghost, or I'd go ghost because I have this or that going on. And but yeah, for the most part, and like white women would like, for the most part, when I would come at white women, like I really wouldn't have that problem. Like, I really didn't, like, in a sense, I didn't too much have to talk to them about the concept of submission, because it's like they're different than black women, and their temperament is different, you see. But yeah, man, I mean, one of the things is with black women, it's a topic I want to touch. Like, they just really don't respect us as black men because we have no power in this country. So they really don't respect us, man. But hey, oh well, it's just, hey, you can just charge to the game. Us as black men, we need to come together and we need to build. Hey, that's all we can do. Let go of the animosity. We need to come together and we really need to build. If a brother is wrong, another brother need to correct that brother, and he should have the prudence to accept that from a brother. It no matter if he's younger. At the end of the day, we have to stick together. Like, I'm here at this military base, and I see some of the white guys in that, like, they hang out, 5, 6 of them, and it seems like, they're having a cool time. But it's almost like when I see some of us black guys hanging out together, I go to Kentucky, and you have them all down the street walking together, 5 or 6 of them, they pants sagging, crazy looking hair, goes in their mouth, just can't articulate well. They just can't put a sentence together for nothing to save their life. It's sad, but us as black men, we need to get it together. And I'm talking about introspective black men. See, those black men that I seen on the streets, I'm pretty sure they weren't too conscious and introspective. They was probably on some thuggo type stuff. But hey, I'm speaking to brothers like that too. But yeah, man, yeah, for a guy to turn to a sex robot, it would be understandable, because it's like he's trying to cut the stress in his life. A lot of us guys wouldn't invest in a long-term relationship with a woman because we know the consequences to doing that. A woman living in America, she has so much freedom. And let's not even talk about having kids by a woman. Not in America. That's something that you can't do. You can't do that. Because a woman has powers to take your kids away from you. And don't go downtown and get legally married. That's something that you shouldn't do as a black man. That's like blasphemy. Like, no. You're going to go down to the white system and get married. That's something that you don't do. I mean, to each his own. I got one of my black boys, me and him chit chat, and You know, me and him cool. I mean, that's my boy to a certain extent. I say to myself, it's like I can't really be too close to another black man who's married. I can't. Like I can't. I just can't do that. I can't because it's like after a while, this guy will try to proselytize me to be on the same page that he's on. And in a sense, it's like if I try to tell this man, no, in my opinion, that's not the way to do it. You write up your own vows and then you marry the woman like that before 2 or 3 people. You don't have to go downtown to a white supremacist system to get married. That's something that you don't have to do. I'll talk to 2 or 3 brothers, black men, about something like that, and it's just like when you try to make men take the red pill, you talk to them about red pill topics, some guys, they just aren't ready for it, and they aren't ready to swallow the red pills. They still in that blue pill phase, and some men will never ever come out of it. Oh well, hey, what can you do, man? What can you do? So I say to myself, it's like to a certain extent, I'm just gonna have to slowly but surely just step away. And at the end of the day, I have to remain me. I have to remain me. Black brother, black brother. I have to remain me. That's it. But yeah, so it's like to a certain extent, you can't have kids. I mean, cause it's like I do want kids. Yeah, I would love to have kids. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that because it's like that's almost like it's almost like committing death. I hear a lot of my cousins, family members, even some of you brothers, even some of you ibmor brothers are on child support. And I can learn my lesson from guys like you. I can look at your situation and say to myself, it's like, nah, I'm not going to make that mistake. Nah, no, I'm not going to make that mistake, man. I don't want to make that mistake. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. But yeah, man, and so it's like living in this climate, it's like as a man, yeah, you want to be in a relationship. The Most High put Adam on this earth alone, and he seen that it wasn't good for him, so he gave him a wife. Took the rib out of his body and he gave him a wife. But nowadays it's like due to the system that we live in and due to it being so bad that it's like we have to look out for ourselves and we have to make, like we have to find other alternatives such as sex dolls, just not being genuine in relationships. Because it's like when you get with a chick, due to you as a man being red pill aware, you get with a chick, and you fool around with her sexually, and it's almost like, some guys call it game. You can call it word manipulation, whatever you want to call it. But deep down, it's like you're hiding the fact that, no, I'm never like this chick. She thinks, she thinks that eventually I'm gonna have kids by her, but that's a no. She thinks that I'm gonna go downtown and marry her, but that's a no. You see, it's sad. It's crazy that we have to hold back, but we must do this to protect ourselves because it's like, you guys know as well as I do, women should be controlled. You have to control them. That's the only way that a relationship will work. I don't care how much money she got. I don't care how smart she is, because women are very malleable and gullible. So they'll just go along with, whatever society is. They'll go along with Who was that in front of my house? Yeah, they'll just go along with whatever is the norm. You know? They'll just go along with it. If everybody start wearing slut clothes, the yoga pants, one girl wearing it, all the other girls is gonna start wearing it. If a chick see Cardi B, especially black women, it's the worst with them. They see a chick Cardi B twerking in the video or whatever. In a sense, they're gonna think it's cool. They're gonna want to do it too. I see President Barack Obama's wife. She was on some show, and they asked her who would she want to imitate, and she brought up Beyonce. This woman brought up Beyonce. It's like every time, and I don't watch this woman, but whenever I seen Beyonce perform on TV or something, she's talking down about men, or she's half dressed immodestly. You see? Yeah. So I mean, and you are the president's wife, what they call it, the first lady or whatever, and you want to imitate her? Like, really? Like, you look up to her? Like, oh no, this is it's crazy, man. So it's like, I say to myself, there would be one alternative, is sex dolls. I would understand. Like, I wouldn't criticize guys for doing that, but you hear some simps out here doing it. They would criticize and they would demean guys who would even look upon sex dolls and look for other alternatives. These guys are not messing with nobody. These guys are not creating problems. None of that. There are a lot of men out here that are frustrated. I understand that. Because, I mean, it's like, I say to myself, and, guys, I'm not trying to sound like a simp here, but I would want to be in a relationship. Yes, I would want to have kids. Yeah. But due to the conditions that we live in, that's just unviable. We can't do it. As an introspective, conscious man, you can't do it, man. You can't. Women have too much freedom. They'll take your kids from you, throw you on child support. I mean, even living in the same household with a woman is just not good. And it's sad that it's like that, man. Women, they have too much power. They just have too much power. And when you give a creature like that, who's in a sense analogous to a child, they're just going to run rampant. A woman will play you if you let her. She'll spend all your money if you let her. She'll walk all over you if you let her. But an introspective, conscious man won't operate like that. He will keep things in order when it comes down to his kids and his wife. Men and women, we different. But nowadays, it's almost like they're trying to merge the sexes. Women are ingratiating themselves in basketball, NBA, getting all these degrees, working downtown in corporate America, New York, Los Angeles. It's like they're competing with men. That's a major problem, you see? And this is the reason why women, they don't need men. Nowadays, it's almost like in a dating game, because I done went on like a plethora of dates. And not trying to brag, I done pursued a lot of women. I done had sex with like a plethora of women. But it's like in my early 30s, late 20s, it's like nowadays, it's like women, they don't even want to be wives anymore. I talk to women about being a wife and just a virtuous woman and a relationship and stuff like that. It's almost like women, they don't even care. You see, like these American women don't even care. They don't even care about being a wife anymore. I see some women on dating sites and they just say, "Oh, I'm just here to be just friends," or "I'm just here for a little fling on a weekend." Like, they're starting to sound like some of us men. Like, it's crazy. It's almost like women nowadays, they pumping and dumping. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. These women aren't even looking for wives nowadays. They're so jaded. It's like these women are not even looking. They're not even looking for husbands nowadays. They're not. They got their 2 kids. They got the house. They got their car. They're independent. They're autonomous. It's almost like these women are not even trying to be in a relationship. Like, I look at myself and I look at myself and I say, man, like, am I being feminine or something? Or like, what's going on? Like, women, they don't want wives and relationships now. They got they got their own everything. But I'm thinking about stuff like this. I'm thinking about stuff that a woman should be thinking about. You see? It's it's crazy, man. I mean. But some of men's alternatives is to abstain from sex. Yeah, sex transmutation. Yeah, they can try to do that. That's kind of tough. Traveling abroad. That's an option that some men have been taking. But, of course, a lot of men, they don't have the finances to do that. They're not financially stable to do that 2 or 3 times a year. Or sex bots. That's the topic of this discussion. Yeah. Once the prices come down. But, yeah, man. I mean, living this life, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself, man. You have to protect yourself. Another option, porn. I mean, hey, yeah. As a man, you got to do what you got to do. You have to do what you got to do. Control your emotions. As men, we are not to act thirsty or be thirsty. No. A woman should reciprocate. She should talk to you as much as you talking to her. I've seen that's the problem with some of us men out here. We simp and we text a woman 3, 4, 5 times, calling her 3, 4, 5 times. That's simping, man. That's simping. You text a woman once or twice, you call her once, no response, that's it. She's done. You could delete her number. Now, me personally, I don't block women's number unless they just become pests. But other than that, no response, a day or 2, I'll just delete your number. Bottom line. She's the one who lost out. As men, we have to look at ourselves as the prize. We do. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to try to get back on here and do work. I don't need no money from you guys, like I told you in one of my other videos. But messages like this, they need to be spreaded, guys. I see some of the guys on here on YouTube will get upset because some men don't donate. I mean, I understand because some guys, they do hard work on these videos. I understand. But at the end of the day, me as an ibmor, other guys like Edigon, we are here to wake up simps, to change the mind frame of black men in America, because we have to wake up. A lot of us black men, we are just sleep. We sleep. We have to wake up. When we discuss stuff like this, guys, this is priceless. I don't want money for this. I mean, I'm not hating on dating coaches and they doing their thing, but at the end of the day, this is something that we should know, and we need to spread messages like this. We need to wake up the masses, because it's like we need to change the mindset of American black men for the better. Because I see some guys, like you could only see some of their videos if you pay them. And some guys will get upset if you don't pay them and this and that. I mean, yeah, I understand, guys. I totally understand, because Some men, they put work in when it comes down to these videos. Some videos I've seen, I'd even say to myself, like, man, I'd pay just to keep that video, like, just to archive that video, because that video, like I need to be listening to that when I turn 60 years old. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, though, in my opinion, I just don't think us as men, we don't need to be in this thing for the money. We need to look out for each other, and we need to change the way a lot of us men think. When a lot of us men can change the way that we think, then we can change the way that women think. Then they will start to get in line. If we don't act thirsty, if we don't capitulate to women, if we learn how to make women submit and put them in a place, it'll be better for the black man. It'll be better. Because our women are just unviable. It's like, I see why some guys are traveling abroad, dating out, turning into sex bots. I see. Now, like, there are a lot of guys out there who can get black women. I mean, and I totally understand. But it's like, for the most part, when I see a black man in a relationship, well, most black men, because you got a small percentage of black men that get in relationships with black women and they make them submit. Those guys have really, really conquered. But for the most part, in most relationships, black marriages or whatever, that's not the case. The woman always rules, especially in a black relationship, especially. You see? And it doesn't matter how much money you make. By default, you're a man and you're the superior being. And this is the knowledge that we need to kick out here to other black men so we can change the game. Like, there's clearly something wrong with our American black women. But as black men, we have to get it together as well. We really, really have to get it together, man. We have to come together, be on one accord, because them white people, hey, they sticking together. Puerto Ricans, all them other, they sticking together. Them Chinese over there, they sticking together. But the American black men, we'll rob each other, shoot each other, steal from each other, act feminine towards each other because we've been raised by single mothers. We need brothers out there like C Boogie, Adagon Forrest, the Thinking Man's Templar, Black Round 313. This is therapeutic, man. I've been wanting to say that for forever, man. Facts, man. But we need brothers out there. Kicking these bars. Thinking Man's Templar. A lot of other brothers out there. A lot of MGTOW brothers out there. For us black men. Kiriaki. Yeah, we need other black brothers. Hebrew Israelite brothers to just encourage each other. This is what we need, man. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on out here. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. I know this was a long one, guys. I was up just hanging out, wasn't doing too much, kicking in the house today, man. And, catching a little bit of red pill content. I say to myself, let me get on and drop a few words, man. Let me drop a few words, man. And yeah. All right, man. You guys keep your head up. And you guys have a good night. I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to name this video. I'm going to name it Sex Robots or something. All right, guys. Let me get on out of here, man. Let me get on out.